What's up, everybody? It is the Best Spot Kids Move, and I'm back with another video. So let's talk about a couple things. Phil Spencer has some awesome interviews going down. That's probably going to be a different video. Maybe I'll save that discussion for Planet Xbox or whatever. But today I want to talk about Baldur's Gate 3 and some game called Quantum Era and everybody's favorite console, the Xbox Series S. So if you guys haven't heard, Larian Studios has confirmed that they are indeed releasing Baldur's Gate 3 on Xbox Series X and S. And they said they talked to Phil Spencer at Gamescom and they got the approval, and they don't need to do the split screen on the Xbox Series S since that's been such a bottleneck. So the Series S version is launching without the split screen services, but it'll have cross save and cross saves and cross play, whatever, with Steam and Xbox, obviously, which is a good feature. It's not missing any of the important features, if you truly think about it. So it can be done. It's going to be a polished version of the game, just like the Xbox Series X version is coming out sometime. At this point, any game that comes out is sometime after Starfield. We don't care. It's just after Starfield. So what this did is prompted a bunch of a-holes. A lot of people are now now that Xbox has dropped this parity clause for Series X and Series S, and this is the smart thing to do if you want games to continue to come to both platforms. You don't want to sacrifice your premium console at the expense of your affordable console. So, and my thing is with the Xbox Series X and S, for them both to get games, hey, let them both shine. Let the Xbox Series X do what it can do, and let the Xbox Series S do what it can do at its features. It can get the same games. If they have to hack a few features out of it in order for it to be playable, do what you got to do. It's a cheaper console. I understand what Microsoft is trying to do with the parity and stuff. It's the right thing to do. They had the right plan set, but sometimes games become demanding, and we've seen Microsoft pivot on requirements. Remember GTA? I think Xbox 360 has some sort of like memory file file size constraint. That all ended when GTA, they had an opportunity to get a marketing deal with GTA 4. They dropped that. I mean, so we've seen things like this occur. Xbox will pivot with feedback, and when feedback's loud enough, they will pivot. We've seen Xbox pivot. I don't think we've ever seen PlayStation pivot. We've seen Xbox pivot, and it should be something that should be saluted. But instead, journals went in and they want to now play devil's advocate and start trying to ramp up Xbox Series S owners and be like, well, now this is not fair. Microsoft broke a promise, after just criticizing Xbox because of the Series S. I can't stand that type of journalism. I can't stand those type of takes. All these idiots that said Microsoft was dumb for releasing the Series S, that, and the third, and that is bottlenecking gaming, now want to turn around and complain that they are allowing developers to exercise and flex and maybe cut back on features on Series S due to the parity clause. And again, I'm happy that they were able to talk it out. The game's coming out. Again, I probably won't play it, but it's coming out, and people are trying to create another problem for Xbox. It's like, don't argue the solution, bro. They had a problem. They found a solution. Now you want to turn that solution to a problem. I forgot what journalist that said it. I replied to him. Wasn't a big fan of it. So you got people like J-Dub. Shout out to J-Dub. You know what I mean? He's a cool dude, but he's an adversary when it comes to Twitter and these console wars. So he said that Forza Motorsport, Quantum Era, and Lords of the Ring developers watching Larian Studios get a pass on the Xbox parity clause, like what the F, they are about to leave Series S in the dust when it comes to features, mode, frames, etc., etc., etc. All right, let me clear this up. Wooly had this big, long testimonial tweet as well, just pleading for developers not to work on a Series S, as if this dude plays Xbox. It's like, I don't understand. Dude, you're a PlayStation fanboy. Why are you worried about developers making games for Xbox Series S? You're not a Series X gamer. You don't care how games look and run and perform on a Series X. You don't play the Series X. So why do you care how developers design around the Series S? So the thing about this situation, Forza Motorsport never complained that the Series S was a problem. Forza Motorsport has actually been dropping legacy features. They've dropped, obviously, so some of the features that showed up in previous Forza games will not show up in this Forza game. and because they're running on like a new ambitious graphics engine, and everything's designed around that, so some legacy features are just gonna come later down the line. And split screen is not a needed feature, so they dropped that. Series S was not mentioned. Quantum Error, we know they've been capping. They've been what I would say pretty much looking for any ways to get in the media. And the one way to get in the news and get your game talked about, you got to talk badly about Xbox. It's a perfect way to get the PlayStation brand and fan base behind them. So I corrected them. Quantum Error, well, I didn't correct them because Quantum Error, the developers, corrected me. But this is my take. This is what I believe happened. Quantum Error, people don't know. I've been following Quantum Error for a while in their tweets. They was bragging even prior to the PS5 launching that they're working on this game. It's a PS5 exclusive. They've been saying this for a hot minute. PS5 exclusive, da 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 da. And I'm like, oh, okay, cool, whatever. Can't wait to see more. And then I think maybe the following year, or maybe right after the PS5 launch or whatever, because they were supposed to be a PlayStation 5 launch title, they pivoted and said, oh, we're bringing it to Xbox. And that was it. We never knew when, but they did announce it that it was coming to Xbox a long time ago. When the Larian Studio guy came through and started saying, like, they're struggling with the Series S, this was an opportunity for the Quantum Error devs to come in and say the Series S makes things difficult. How? Because the game does not look pretty at all. It doesn't look like it's this screaming next-gen game. So what I said about this whole Quantum Error thing, because I've been following Quantum Error for a while, and they were dick riding PlayStation for a hot minute, right? So I said Quantum Error lack of Xbox release was due to them prioritizing and deriding PlayStation for the first 4 years of development before finally deciding it would be best to release on all platforms. Has nothing to do with parity. I don't think them coming to them delaying on Xbox has anything to do with parity at all. They're now, of course, I was what I said wasn't accurately. I don't know why they did decide to do what they do in terms of porting it to Xbox, but at the end of the day, it's not coming day and date when it comes to PlayStation, because their priority was on PlayStation first. And you can go back to their earlier tweets. The first ever trailer that I've seen with it was just this bragging that it's a PS5 exclusive. So Quantum Error comes and they correct me, because he says Quantum Error was approved for Xbox in September of 2020, and we've been planning it for Xbox ever since. We did not just decide after finishing the PS5 version. And yes, like many others, the Series S makes things extremely difficult. Yeah, sure, buddy. He says, is this so Uo asks, is this difficulty before or after sampler feedback or direct storage? He says after. I highly doubt this dude is using any of that. I highly doubt it. I highly doubt it. Watch this. You know what? I think he actually caught him. He says, oh, so y'all will be the first game on Xbox using these features. That's exciting, at least. And he winked. He winked because he's not using any of those features. He's just blowing smoke. That was a good question that Uo followed up with, because he knows sampler feedback and direct storage solves a lot of the issues that people tend to have with Series S. It also is a perfect comparison to the PlayStation 5's SSD solution, their super fast SSD solution. So what I'm going to say about, shout out to Larian for bringing it to Phil, cutting down on the parity feature. Baldur is coming into Xbox this year. PlayStation fanboys can't technically treat it as an exclusive, so if it wins Game of the Year over Starfield, which I doubt, if it wins Game of the Year over Starfield, I mean, PlayStation fans really can't celebrate, because about time the game potentially wins Game of the Year in December, the game would be already on Xbox. So at that point, it's not even a de facto PlayStation exclusive anymore. So all you idiots on PlayStation who bought this game all because you thought you had secured yourself a de facto exclusive, and now you're stuck with the game that you don't even know how to play. Oh, lovely, man. So yes, a couple things going on. Phil Spencer had a bomb interview. I'm going to watch some more of it, might do some more content on it, but I just wanted to address Quantum Error, Baldur's Gate 3, the Xbox Series S, which is a pretty damn good console. By the way, Armored Core 6, 4K 60 on the Xbox Series X, 1440p, 60 FPS on the Xbox Series S, as promise, yes, the Xbox Series S is a little beast, and all you guys who are talking from afar, who don't have the console, who are cherry picking select games to try to make a case against it, man, it's a little beast. This games, the Xbox Series S still has more 120 FPS games than the PlayStation does. It still has by default more 60 FPS games as well, and it's a pretty damn good machine. Now, personally, I play on a Series X. I have no reason to play on a Series S. I've had it. I've my children has had it. It ran fine. It played the games I wanted to play fine. It's just that I've been what's the word? I've been I can't think of the word. I've been pretty much bought into this like 4K era. So I prefer I can do 1440p and up. You know what I mean? And I like the Xbox Series X. If you have an option that's more powerful, I'm always going to go for the more powerful. Like, for example, when the weaker version of the Rogue Ally come up, I'm not going to buy the weaker version of the Rogue Ally. I got the more powerful one right here. That's why I got this and not a Steam Deck. So, yeah. Hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button. I'll see you guys in the next video. Time to play some That's it, guys. Xbox is the best box. I am the best bot. Good night or good morning if you're on the other side of the globe. I'm out of here. Peace.